So, the second team to drop from IM Cologne being Team Vitality was an outcome not many people saw coming, especially not as a result of a loss to Maus, who beat them 2-1 in the group stage of Cologne. The series was decently close, all maps being 16-10 or 16-12, and Vitality did pick up a map but ultimately fell short of their goal.
Yeah, I think it was either Vitality's last tournament or the tournament before that. They were in the grand final against Navi. I think it was at Blast. I'm not sure if it was Blast, but they were showing trending upwards with this new lineup with Dupree and Magisk as well as Sonic. But to lose to Mouse is pretty embarrassing. That team is not very good
I think
at
it might
all.
be a result though of Maus being too hot to handle because Vitality's rating, Zywoo held up a 1.29 rating across all three maps, and then the lowest rated player being Masuda at 0.89. That's pretty good for a three map war.
Yeah, but they also lost to Movie Star Riders too. How do you lose to both of those two teams?
Both of those
And
teams are just at insane highs right now too.
I guess it's not uncommon at major events for those kind of teams to overperform, but to lose to two of them, two of those lower tier teams is pretty embarrassing, especially considering the pedigree of the players on Vitality.
Yeah, and Vitality had to qualify through the play-in, in which they lost to Movie Star also 2-0, and then eventually lost to them 2-1 in the group stage of the main event.
Yeah, I think people have talked about how the communication issues clearly like halt the team and slow them down. But like, come on, with the level of players you have and the greatest coach of all time, you should be able to figure it out by now. They should be able to win games without even communicating with one another when you look at the names on that roster.
Yeah, I mean, it is worth noting Zywoo did really well. He had an 85 ADR across all three maps and ultimately 67 kills and 52 deaths. That's very impressive, but the rest of the team, no one else went positive across the series, even though their ratings weren't horrific.
Yeah, but that's just the expectation for Zywoo nowadays. I mean, he should be able to at least carry his team over the line against a team like Mouse and a team like Movie Star. But I think everyone is going to scapegoat Apex as he is their worst rated player, I believe, as well as like they clearly have IGL issues and are not on the same page.
Their actual worst rated player currently is Masuda. Apex isn't
Yeah.
much higher. He's at a 1.03. And then Magisk and Dupree are 1.06 and 1.05 respectively. But yeah, as a whole, over the course of everything, this team is massively underperforming with the amount of money they had to dish out for Dupree, Magisk, and Zonic. They should not be getting disqualified. I mean, eliminated in the group stage of really any tier 1 event.
Yeah, I think for them, given that it's the end of the season, I don't think they're gonna make changes, but if they did, I'd see them swapping out Apex. I think they would keep Masuda. He's had some better performances lately, even though he's kinda inconsistent. But I think if they don't start the next season off extremely strong, I see this complete roster blowing up, if not already.